All right, welcome back. I'm going to go plug my car. It is -5 Celsius right now. We're gonna plug the truck. We're gonna look at charge rate, and we'll have an overview of the infotainment system. So one of the nice thing is I can use the fob, and as you can see, there's 5 buttons. I can lock it and then press twice on this one. Press once, press twice, and hold and release, and you will hear the car remote start. So the lights usually tell you that it started. So now the AC or heating system should be starting. The battery should be heating up just a little bit because it's trying to draw power, so it's trying to regulate the battery. And yeah, you can hear it. It's a bit loud sometimes in the front. If you go here, I don't know if you can hear it, but you can. As you can see, the front light turned on because I approached with the key in my pocket. So let's go in. Before going in, now the door is locked, so if I try to open it, it won't open. I need to press the button here. And it unlocks because it detects the key near me. I will change the UI to English to show you guys. As you can see, when you sit in the car, it starts to get a bit loud. It turns on everything. And then I can just lower the fans so we can hear each other. All right, so I'm gonna pause and I'll be back when the car. Oh no, actually, I'm in my drive. uh, I'm gonna show you how it looks like. So, because I'm not really going in the street or anything. So this is the overview that I have in my work truck 4, my WT4. So I can see pretty well, actually. I really like the view. So this is the 360 camera that comes stock with the truck. It's quite nice. It's a bit sensitive though. So as you can see, it's telling me, "Whoa, collision warning, watch out." And I don't know if you can hear, but my seat is actually vibrating when there's a warning there. So yeah, that's pretty special. So I'm gonna just exit the car and then show you how I plug. So I pulled back quite a bit. It's a bit too far actually. I just press here, open the door. So everything is illuminated. Let me, as you can see, it locked itself because I left the vehicle for a little while. I'm going to use my charger. This is not North America charging standard like Tesla. I have a 2024 model. I think the 2025 model also has this CCS or CSS, is that it? Um, port. So yeah, there we go. So it acknowledges and starts charging. All right. So I'll be back when I change the infotainment system to English in miles and be there in a second. All right, we are back. So this is at night right now. So I figured you may see better. Uh, and I have to add some washer fluid. So I hope this goes away. I think there's no touch screen here. I can't press that. But on the steering wheel here on the right, you have the controls for this screen right here. So when I press, I think on this, it will go away. Exactly. So you do have some control over the screens that you have here. Radio favorites. Essentially, that's all it does. And yeah, so the real control button is this one, I think. when you press it, is that it? Yeah. When you press it, you have different displays. It shows you the time, temperature, and day. This is the last song that was playing. This is the view for the cruise control detection for the car in front of you with the distance and everything. I've never used this view, to be honest. This is how much power you're currently using, and this is the default view, which is the one that's I think more commonly used. Something peculiar about it is that there's some kind of uh, meter that goes up here the more power you're currently using, and it goes down when you are regen braking. So right now, with the heat activated in the truck and the fan at very low power, I'm using 4 kilowatts of power. So that's a lot of power for a truck that is idle, for electric vehicle that is idle. Anyway, and it's a bit special because it's telling you, are you getting power in or are you getting power out? So this sign here will be red when your car is actually losing power because you're accelerating or something. And when you are regen charging or something, this green one will be lit up. So that's, and you'll see how much with the number here. I think no, the number here, and you'll see a toggle here. Over this line means you're losing power, and under this line means you're gaining power. And we are gaining power even though we're using 4 kilowatt because we are plugged in. So this is the signal for plugged in. This here are 3 sensor for the back seat seat belts. So yeah, it's telling you if the seat belts are buckled. Small annoyance about the truck. There's no at the top here. You can't see anything essentially. You have to press those 2 lights here to illuminate inside, and there's no button to activate all lights inside the truck. There's just no button, no physical button for it. You have to go in the infotainment system right here, and you have to press dome light, and then everything will turn on, even the light on the back seat. And you do have physical buttons here where you can press and activate them, and then you can press again to turn off the dome light. So yeah, it's a very manual thing. I wish there was a physical knob for it. They really did put physical buttons for lots of stuff. For the temperature. Sorry about the contrast here. It's really hard to see everything. Even in the day, it's too bright, or yeah. So there's no perfect solution. So yeah, you can turn everything all the way up to be at eye temperature, and then you have your indicator that you can choose whatever temperature you want inside the truck. Yeah, so you have physical knobs for everything that's related to AC and heating, which is quite nice. And the work truck, there is no heated seats, there is no heated steering wheel. So unfortunately, you won't get that. Still, I think it's pretty comfortable. I think the steering wheel is polyurethane. It's not even leather or anything. Still, feels pretty good in your hand. And the seats are vinyl. They feel like leather quite a bit, and as far as I can tell, people usually really like the feel, and it's not too cold or too hot. So it's not. There's no AC or heating in the seats, and that's all right. All right, so when you go in the infotainment system, this is the default view. Right now, I'm using Android Auto. You can pay on Star to get connectivity for the car. So instead of using your phone connection and casting your phone screen onto the navigation system, you can pay on Star quite a few dollars per month, and you'll get data access through a SIM card that is inside the truck. It's usually very expensive. I think it's over $24 with tax in Canada per month. And what that means is essentially if you're using the truck as a work truck for your company and you don't want to have an employee tether their phone connection or use Android Auto or something, you want the navigation from the truck, everything self-contained. When you'll press here, for example, this is Google Map, but uh, this is uh, uh, this is the Google Map, but not from my Android phone. It's Google Map from the infotainment system of the car, and I have no data access. I have nothing. So that's special. I barely see anything right now. It's working fine. It's not saying you have no data because in the top right corner here you can see I'm connected to my own Wi-Fi. It's quite useful. You can get software update through your Wi-Fi at home without paying for the connectivity in the car, which is quite nice, and not using like a USB stick or something for infotainment system updates. Keep in mind though that real deep system-wide software update must be done at the dealer most of the time. All right, so that's pretty much the introduction. It's a lengthy one, but yeah, let's look at what we have here at the top. The most useful function. I won't show everything. I'll show you everything I like. Right here, you can control your beams, your front lights. So now I turned off the lights. Right now they're on, and you can put everything on auto. It's quite useful to put them at off if you are like camping in a car or something and you want to keep the AC on or something and you don't want the lights to be there. It's quite odd though that the controls are right here. Uh, Here you can press off, and what it will do is that this is how you turn off the vehicle. You don't have to press this. You never have to. You just leave the car, and the car will turn off. This is just I want to stay in the car, but I want to turn the vehicle off. So this is without leaving the car button essentially. You can press here to do the opposite. Your vehicle will remain on for 60 minutes. So this allows you to leave the vehicle and have the car running without it turning it off automatically. So let's say you're stepping out for a minute and someone is staying in the car and they want to leave the AC or evening system on. That would be one of the reasons why you would use that function. Yeah, so when you press the arrow here, you can see almost all the options that you have. One of them is the one pedal driving. Right now, if I shift to drive, condition not correct to shift. Okay. What's happening? Oh yeah, that's right. I am plugged in. So when you are plugged in, you can shift the drive for sure. All right. So when you are in drive here, one of the button will be replaced. Actually, the off button or something will be replaced by this button, one pedal driving. So this is like the I pedal or smart pedal or something. This is something unique to most electric vehicles. So what it does is that whenever you release the gas pedal, which is essentially uh, the electric pedal, the car will immediately aggressively starts regen braking. So essentially, as soon as you let go of the accelerator pedal, the car will try to stop. So instead, if you want to just slow down, you just release a little bit the accelerator pedal, and you will lower your speed. I personally started driving this way. Required a little bit of adaptation, but now I only drive this way. And one of the nice thing um, I feel the main driver to adopt this driving style is that whenever you let go of the accelerator pedal, you immediately start braking. So in the few milliseconds that your feet is transiting towards the brake pedal, you've already started braking in case of an emergency. So that's you essentially have better reflexes because of that. And whenever you're in traffic or stopping at stop signs, you almost never transit your foot towards the brake pedal. You only use the brake pedal in emergency braking. You're also saving a lot of power, so one pedal driving, super nice. And a particular thing about the Silverado EV is that whenever you are towing something, one pedal driving still works. In my Ionic 5, it did not. It detected that you had something that you were towing, and the regenerative braking was not strong enough to overcome the additional mass that your trailer had. So yeah. Here, when you press this, you're essentially going back to Android Auto. If you have an Android phone, I won't go over that. There's tons of tutorials and whatever about it. Just keep in mind that how to get access to all your Android Auto app is by pressing this square here twice, and then you will see all your apps right there. All right, so let's go back here. I don't want to show my family pictures. Sorry about that. All right, so here are all the apps that come with the Android Automobile, or yeah, from Chevrolet, which is essentially a different full Android OS that comes built into the car. So this here is Android Auto, which is essentially like you're casting your phone screen. It would be the equivalent of Apple CarPlay. Sorry about that, but this is something different. That's called not Android Auto, but Android Automotive, which is an operating system built by Google. So the names are super confusing, but yeah, you have an icon for Android Auto, which you can click there, which is essentially your phone casting. Anyway, so all the apps you can drag and put in the order that you want. So here, my personal preferences are that I put the camera here. One of the nice things also about the camera is that whenever you turn on the 360 camera like that, it will also leave it there, meaning that if you drive, if you're going forward, even if you're doing 60 miles an hour on the highway, the camera stays there until you dismiss it with the X. So you can use it to help you get more security. If the lanes are super narrow, if you want to look for cars in your blind spot or something. There's no way that I know of that to split, like have Google Map on one side and then have the camera on the left. That would be nice, a very cool feature, but unfortunately, I I don't think that's possible. Camera also, one of the nice thing, you can switch what the display here is. So right now it's looking at the front. I can click here to look at the back of the car. I can also look at the cameras pointing at the front wheels. So when I turn them with the steering wheel, I will be able to observe it. I can look at the back wheels. Not super great view, but it's quite nice. You can also see the front hood and the back. This is quite nice actually if you're trying to pull back uh, for to pin a trailer or RV. That's quite cool. And if you press here, you will remove the 360 vision from the left, which I don't suggest. If you pay for a super cool and super expensive camera system for your trailer, you can hook it up. You can buy it, I think, from Chevrolet, and you can hook it up and have the display from the camera on your trailer right in here. I would love to get that accessory, but I think it's super expensive. So I think it was like $800 or something. So I'd like to do it, but maybe in the future. Who knows? So another cool control I put there is the climate control. So climate control, you can also right now it's controlling the rear. Usually the view you get is for the front. If you press the buttons at the bottom here, it also usually displays right there. So yeah, if you change the temperature with the knobs, it changes it also visually there. One of the thing that you can access only through the digital display is the sync, meaning that it will sync the driver settings to the rear settings. So whenever you, for example, I think you can shoot, yeah, you can choose to shoot at the feet or the face, let's say, and it will. Usually it syncs, I think. I don't know, the sync removed because I changed a setting in the rear only. But if you change stuff from the front settings, then it syncs to the rear. Uh, that's it essentially. Right now the AC is off because it's in the winter. All right, so let's go back. Controls. So controls here are the menu I showed you earlier. Uh, one of the um, oh yeah, one of the feature power window lockout. Uh, you need to access it here. Usually, people would have a button here on their door where you have the Windows control. No such thing. You have it only in the digital menu there. All right. Vehicle status is quite nice, I think. Yeah, you get some energy info. You can look at stuff. It's a fancy, cool thing. You can see the tire pressure, energy efficiency, energy usage. It's a pretty cool thing. Tire pressure, all of that. You have energy info, so how much energy you've been using. So right now, this is my average mile per kilowatt hour. And you have trip. So trip, you can create a new trip. You click on it. You can add it to driver display, reset the trip, all that. When you click add to driver display, let me show you what it does. It says your driver display will switch views to show this feature. You'll see. This is what I showed you earlier. It's a bit annoying because you lose the super nice display that we had here. So I wouldn't I don't use this feature myself. This summer when I'm gonna do some road trips, I'll also do quite a long trip in the winter pretty soon. So I may show you some reviews from that. But yeah, we'll talk about it. I'll use the trip feature to tell you more about my uh, energy efficiency, how much mileage I'm doing, and all that. We'll look into it later. All right. Trailering, we'll also look more in depth about what's up with that. We'll do brake checks and all that. One of the nice thing here is the light test start. You press here, you can then exit the vehicle. It's gonna flash the lights, blinking lights, hazard lights, and everything. And yeah, it will start a routine of running through all the lights, so you can just walk to the back of your trailer and look if the lights are working right. You also have a checklist, which is quite cool. You can then put check marks for everything, and then yeah, and then bureau. As far as I know, there's no way can you can like add steps to that. It's quite nice. There's like a full tutorial on how to do stuff. If you're new to that, test the light, safety chain, start the jack, inspect tire pressure. It's pretty cool. We'll look into it when I start pulling my travel trailer with it. You have the Play Store to download apps for your infotainment system. You have the charging menu that tells you lots of stuff about your current charging. So yeah, it tells you how many miles per hour of charging you're getting, when your car should be ready. So right now, it's I'm charging up to 80% battery. I'm at 37%, and it should be ready tomorrow morning at 9:30. Um, Charge Assist, I think it's different software. I haven't tried it, but you can use like the My Chevrolet mobile app. I think it helps you find charging station, but um, yeah, I just use Android Auto and PlugShare, which is the most efficient way I found for now. You can also schedule for a charge, and you can, when you schedule for charge, it can also automatically turn on the cabin heating or AC. So at your departure time in the morning, your interior of your truck is like nice and toasty. So yeah. So everything else, I almost use nothing in there most of the time. Sometimes I go play in the settings. You can look at the connection here to look at what you can connect to. You can use the car as a Wi-Fi hotspot if you pay for the OnStar connectivity, like your phone can do stuff like that. Vehicle to phone sharing. So there's ways where when your phone is connected, uh, your My Chevrolet mobile app can access and use vehicle data. Uh, yeah, it's I don't use that very much. You can change stuff in the display, your profile, your account. You can get updates. You can look for updates. I have the version from September 13. As far as I know, it's the most current one. Checking for update takes a little while though. So usually uh, I don't wait so much for it. I tried for an update on February 4th. I doubt there's a new one. Yeah, also, you can change the phone that's connected. If you have multiple driver, you can just press on the phone and you can switch. When you press the Bluetooth button, it connects only the Bluetooth for audio. You can have like one of the phone that's using, for example, the Bluetooth connection to make calls and such, and then the other one can, I think, display Android Auto. So you would get your Google Map from one phone, and you will get your audio from the other phone. I haven't messed around with that too much, but it's an option you have. So yeah, that's my overview. Nothing special. Oh, one super nice last feature. When you go in control, you have the famous power base. Okay, so power base. This is a work truck, the WT4. So what it does is it activates all the outlet in the truck. You can put a timer here. You can choose how much battery you reserve. So it will turn off automatically when it reaches this battery level. And when you click use power base, uh, yeah, you have to turn off the vehicle before you can do that. So let's do it for fun. All right, so vehicle off, and then we will use control, power base. Nice. Okay, turn the vehicle on again. Okay. Wow. Hey boy. I didn't want that. Sorry about that. All right. So let's try again. Power base. When it's in park, use power base. To use power base, turn vehicle off. Okay. Let's turn vehicle off. Let's go try again. Ah, there we go. Okay. All right. Turn vehicle on. Stop the music. Thank you. Then go. Turn the vehicle off. Power base. Must be on in park. Okay. I'm clearly not doing it right. All right. So let's go. Power base. Ah, use power base. Vehicle off. All right. Vehicle off. Power base. Okay. So that's it. It's on right now. But this annoying message here just doesn't want. Okay. All right, we got it. We removed the message. My gosh, that was annoying. Yeah, so you have to have the car on, then go in the menu, and turn power base on. So essentially, what it does is now all the outlets are activated, and we can supply power to everything. So I'll look at my other video about the overview of the truck if you want to look at the outlet and the truck bed and the e-trunk and the one on the passenger seat. So this is it. Let's turn off. Everything will lose power. Thank you. And I've used this to power my house during power outage. It was quite nice. Sorry about the mess here at the end with the whole power base turning on, the music and everything. Apologies for that. Yeah, this is as real as it gets. Real user, real world, trying to make sense of it. That's how we learn, tinkering. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for sticking out with me. It was a bit on the lengthy side. Uh, thanks for listening to the rambling. Post comments about what you'd like to see or if you have questions. And I'll see you guys next time.